Petrol tanker fire explosion has claimed multiple lives at Dika Junction along the Abuja-Kaduna Highway in Niger State. The petrol tanker loaded with premium motor spirit developed a mechanical fault on the highway. It fell and spilled its content. Eyewitness reports indicate residents and passerbys soon began scooping fuel from the spillage, neglecting the safety of their lives. According to reports, women, some of them with babies strapped to their backs, children, youth, and even the elderly were involved in scooping petrol leaking from the fallen tanker. However, tragedy struck when another petrol tanker arrived and wanted to transload the remaining contents from the petrol fallen tanker into another in an attempt to reduce the losses. Some other eyewitnesses report that a few people were rescued and taken to an undisclosed hospital with various degrees of severe burns. Now, the tanker is believed to be coming from the NNPC depot in Suleja in Niger State, where it loaded PMS and was in transit to a destination to dispense the products.
This thing happened early in the morning today. It happens. People here were packing the fuel here. They were packing the fuel. They have finished packing the fuel, but they brought a generator that they would transport all these things that happened here to other vehicles. So, in terms of transporting it, then it happens to start a generator. When they start the generator, that is when the explosion just started. Seriously, people that die here are more than people that escaped the fire.
And to transcontinental matters, Nigeria has been accepted as a partner country in the multinational BRICS group. Brazil, which currently holds the rotating presidency of the bloc, made the latest addition to the bloc of nations known. Nigeria becomes the 9th BRICS partner, joining Belarus, Bolivia, Cuba, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Thailand, Uganda, and Uzbekistan. And BRICS now represent over half of the world's population, and more than 45% of global GDP, signaling its growing clout on the national stage. The Brazilian government says Nigeria has been actively strengthening cooperation in the global south and reforming global governance. It also adds that as one of the world's top oil producers, Nigeria's entry brings significant economic weight to the group. The partnership status allows Nigeria to participate in BRICS meetings and events, but does not grant full membership privileges like voting rights to the country. And for more on the cherry news of Nigeria's partnership with the BRICS nation, policy analyst Chris Akia joins me from Delta State. Good to have you join us on The World Now. Chris Akia will be joining us as soon as we have him. Let's give our attention. All right, I understand that we have Chris back with us. Good to have you join us on The World Now. Mr. Akia, can you hear me? Well, I'm hoping you can hear me. Let's talk about the membership in BRICS and how it could provide Nigeria with access to new markets and also technologies in that sense. There are concerns about increased competition and potential losses. But would you consider this a progress or a drawback for Nigeria? Well, we'll be joining Chris Akia as soon as we have him. And now let's give attention to the war between Russia and Ukraine. Local officials say 4 people have been killed in a Russian airstrike on Kyiv overnight. After an air raid ended, another was activated shortly after. The government is warning of a ballistic missile threat and urging residents to head for shelter. We have details in this report.
The mayor of Kyiv, Vitaly Klitschko, says exactly what the Russian attack was targeting is not clear, but windows were shattered in the central Shevchenkivsky district, including a metro station, and fire broke out in a non-residential building. According to the mayor, air defenses were in operation around the Ukrainian capital. It is the second fatal attack on Kyiv this month, following a strike on the city on New Year's Day, which left 2 people dead. Meanwhile, local authorities say 6 people were wounded in a Russian strike in the southern city of Zaporizhia today. 1 woman is said to be in a serious condition. The strike on Kyiv follows several Ukrainian attacks on Russian territory earlier in the week. On Tuesday, ammunition depots and chemical plants were hit across multiple regions of Russia, some of which were hundreds of kilometers from the border. That's according to the General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces. In reaction, Russia alleged it shut down US-supplied long-range Atacam missiles as well as UK-made Storm Shadow cruise missiles launched by Ukraine. These exchanges are the latest strikes from both sides in the war that began following Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022.